Hey everybody. Look. Gotta figure out which hand to use. Okay. Anyway, here I am. It's another Sunday. It's another off the wall Americana. I'm gonna start off with one of the oldest songs I do. Not the oldest songs I've learned, but it was written in 1919, I think. Well, you all heard the foolish questions, and you no doubt wonder why. Folks will ask you a foolish question and expect a sensible reply. Like when you take your girl some candy, say just after tea. Now the first thing she'll do is wrinkle up her nose and say, "Is that for me?" Foolish question. Well, you might as well reply, "No, I bought the candy for your ma or pa. Well, it's for some other guy. I just wanted you to see it, and now I'm gonna take it away." Well, wasn't that a foolish question? You know you hear them every day. Now then, there's the kind of fella, he's always hanging around your place. And he watch you take the shaving brush and start to lather up your face. And as you give that razor a preliminary wave, this guy's going to come up and ask you, "Say, are you going to shave?" Foolish questions. Well, your answer is, I hope. No, I'm not prepared for shaving. I just love the taste of soap. You know, I kind of like to take the shaving brush and know it. Just kind of paint myself up this way. Now, wasn't that a foolish question? You know you hear them every day. Now, suppose the elevator person should forget to close the door, and you should tumble down, oh, say, 47 floors. And as you reach the bottom, and you're lying there inert, some fool stick his head down the elevator shaft and holler, "Are you hurt?" Foolish questions. Well, your dying words are, "No, I was just in an awful hurry, and that elevator's just too slow. Well, it usually saves a lot of time, you know, coming down this way." Now, wasn't that a foolish question? You know you hear them every day. And then there's the fella who meets you on your way. And he asks you why you're all dressed up and listens while you say that you've just been to the funeral of your dear old Uncle Ned. And as you're standing there wringing out your handkerchief, he'll ask you, "Is Ned dead?" Foolish questions. Well, you hang your head and moan. Well, no, you thought he'd have the funeral now and just die a little later on. You know, Ned was always kind of original. I think he would have wanted it that way. Now, wasn't that a foolish question? You know, you hear them every day. I was riding on a bus. It was a cold and breezy day. So I sat down on my newspaper, you know, just to keep the cold away. And this stranger, he came up to me and saw that paper on which I just sat. So he leaned right over and he asked me, he says, "Are you reading that?" Foolish questions. And so to him I spoke. "Well, as a matter of fact, I am," I said, but he took that as a joke. So I stood up and turned the page and sat back down again. Now, wasn't that a foolish question? You know you hear them now and then. Foolish questions. Let me get back to the comments here, if I have any. All right. See, a few people are watching. It's a good thing. All right, let's see. Have a little bit of beer here. This is my Irish Red Ale. I think it's a hazy Irish Red Ale right at the moment. Let's see if we can remedy that later. Oh, let me get rid of this little window over here that's distracting me. Okay. All right. So the next song is a Jim Stafford song. He's the guy who wrote Spiders and Snakes and the Wildwood Weed. Well, I just got into town. I didn't have nothing to do, and I happened upon this telephone booth with a whole bunch of writing covering one entire wall. Said if you ain't afraid to spend a dime, and if you want to have a real good time, I just give Lucille a call. Well, underneath her number was this big long list. It said she do that, and it said she do this. I let my fingers do the walk through all kind of stuff I'd miss. Well, I reached into my pocket and I found myself a dime. I heard a ring or two, and then I got her on the line and said, Lucille, I'd like to have a real good time. Might have found a lover, might have made a new friend. Well, I ain't had a real good time since I don't know when. She said, who are you and what is this? I said, it's Mike, Lucille, and it's about this list which I proceeded to read with particular emphasis on my favorite numbers 1, 5, 11, 14, 31, and 42 through 59. Well, she said, where are you? And I gave her the street. She said, you sound like a guy that I'd love to meet. Just stay right there where you are, and I promise you a real good time. Well, about 15 minutes after my arrest, in the middle of the questions, I tried to protest that I wasn't that phantom obscene phone caller master crime. But before they took me away, they allowed me one call. I recalled that number on the phone booth while I said, Lucille, me and you got an altogether different idea about a real good time. I lost my lover. I lost my new friend. Well, you can't have a real good time doing 1 to 10. Hello, Lucille. Yeah, listen, I'm going to be tied up for quite a spell here, and I was wondering if it'd be okay if when I get out of here, I'll give you a call. Hello, Lucille. Hello, Lucille. Hello. Jim Stafford song called A Real Good Time. Well, let's see. I got another song here. Oh, more beer, I think. I think I'm up for more beer. I have to keep my beer off to the side because I was sitting at a conference table one time and my boss spilled a whole cup of coffee right on the table and it just rolled right into the back of my computer and fried it. Was not good. Since it's a song by Tom Ball and Kenny Sultan, it's called Perfect Woman. Well, I found the perfect woman, boys, who could ask for more. Well, she's smart and pretty and young and witty and owns a liquor store. Well, she also is my landlady, doesn't charge me rent. Well, she don't care if I lose my hair or where my money went. Yeah, she cooks like Betty Crocker. She could drink like old Dean Martin. Yeah, she got more gold than Ross Perot, and she's built like Dolly Parton. Yeah, she's the perfect woman, boy. She don't care if I snore. Well, she lets me hold the remote control, and she owns that liquor store. Well, I found the perfect woman, boys. It's her that I adore. Well, she plays guitars and smokes cigars, and she owns that liquor store. Well, she also is my attorney. She keeps me out of jail. Well, she don't get mad at the fun I had. She always goes my bail. She cleans house like Felix Unger. She can dance like Ginger Rogers. Yeah, she looks so pleasing. She's got season tickets to the Dodgers. Yeah, she's the perfect woman, boy. She don't care if I snore. Well, she lets me hold the remote control, and she owns that liquor store. Well, she bakes like Sara Lee. She can fight like Billy Martin. Yeah, she got more bread than the Grateful Dead, and she's put together like Dolly Parton. She's the perfect woman, boy, knows all the baseball scores. Yeah, she's got smarts and never farts, and she owns a chain of liquor stores. All right, Tom and Lily, and whoever else might be out there watching and listening. Oh, I gotta switch off, now and then. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I know what that is. Let's see. Okay, so this next song is a Dan Burns song, and it's called Jerusalem. When I tell you that I love you, don't test my love, accept my love. Don't test my love, 'cause maybe I don't love you all that much. Don't ask what kind of music I'm gonna play tonight. Just stay a while, here for yourself a while. And if you must put me in a box, make sure it's a big box with lots of windows and a door to walk through and a nice high chimney so we can burn everything that we don't like and watch the ashes fly up to heaven, maybe all the way to India. I'd like that. All the ancient kings came to my door. They said, "You want to be an ancient king too?" I said, "Oh yes, very much, but I think my timing's wrong." They said, "Time is relative." Or did you misread Einstein? I said, "You really mean it?" They said, "What do you think we've come here for? Our goddamn help or something?" Everybody's waiting for the Messiah. Jews are waiting, Christians are waiting, also the Muslims. Seems like everybody's waiting. They've been waiting a long time. I know how I hate to wait, like even for a bus or something, an important phone call. So I can just imagine how darned impatient everybody must be getting. So I think it's time now. Time to reveal myself. I am the Messiah. I am the Messiah. Yeah, I think you heard me right. I am the Messiah. I was going to wait till next year, build up the suspense a little, make a really big surprise, but I just could not resist. It's like when you got a really big secret and you're just bursting to tell someone. It was sort of like that with this. And now that I've told you, I feel this great weight lifted. Dr. Nussbaum was right. She's my therapist. She said, get it out in the open. I spent 10 long days in Jerusalem. Ooh, Jerusalem, sweet Jerusalem. All I ate was olives, nothing but olives, mountains of olives. It was a good 10 days. I like olives. I like you too. So when I tell you that I love you, don't test my love, accept my love. Don't test my love, 'cause maybe I don't love you all that much. Jerusalem. All right, so I don't know if you all know, but a couple weeks ago I did a John Prine special, and the day after I did the John Prine special, I got a notice from Facebook saying that I was banned from commenting or doing what, I don't know. I was banned for something, for impersonation. So I found the dispute site, and I wrote a long explanation of how I was not actually John Prine and was not pretending to be John Prine. And they reinstated me the next day, so it wasn't a big deal, but it was kind of funny, actually. Okay, so this next song is a Fred Eaglesmith song. And you already heard one song about Lucille. Well, this is another song about a different Lucille. Lucille was a woman, I was a boy. It was obvious that she wanted more than a man her age could give her, and that was me. I was wild as a summer squall, blowing through the town, no direction at all. And I was wilder than even she could believe. And that Cobra Jet 428 and that 65 Ford, well, it ran great. Took it on up to where that gravel meets the road. Took it on up to 110, tires screaming out of the bend, and Lucille hanging on just as tight as she could. It was crazy, but it sure was good. Lucy was 50 and I was 19. You know it never bothered me, not even when they called out in the bar. I'd get tough and I'd bust some heads. Lucille would laugh when the cops got there. We'd sneak out the back and take off in my car. And that Cobra Jet 428 and that 65 Ford, well, they ran great. Took it on up to where that gravel meets the road. Took it on up to 110, tires screaming out of the bed, and Lucille hanging on just as tight as she could. It was crazy, but it sure was good. Well, last week I turned 45. When I woke up, well, out in the driveway, my wife had fixed that old car up for me. She had it in the garage for a week or two, and when I got it back, it was good as new. I started it up and I took off down the highway. Well, I drove on up to Randolph Heights. There's an old folks home there past the lights. Lucille sitting out there in the shade. I wheeled her around to the passenger door, picked her up, put her in that car, and we took off like a Dust Bowl hurricane. And that Cobra Jet 428 and the 65 Ford, well, they ran great. Took it on up to where that gravel meets meets the road. Took it on up to 110 tires, screaming in and out of the bench, and Lucille hanging on just as tight as she could. It was crazy, but it sure was good. Yeah, Tom, they never said anything about that. Oh, okay, well, that's great. Ellie. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Michael, if you're watching too. Or if you're watching later, you might be watching later. Anyway, yeah, that'd be great. Y'all come visit. Yeah, and Tom, they never said anything about copyright. They just thought I was trying to pretend to be John Prine. It's like, I don't look like John Prine. I never said I was John Prine. I just said I was going to play some John Prine songs. Anyway. Hi, Leanne. Let's see. What am I going to do next? Next, I'm going to have a sip of beer. No. Oh, this is a cool song. The song by Paul Thorne. It's called Viagra. There was a time when I could make love all night long. Like a big rooster in the barnyard, I felt strong. But now my private part needs an emergency jump start. I'm gonna go to Viagra before it falls. Well, my wife put on the sexy negligee, but I just had to turn the other way. She's so full of love frustration, but I can't rise to the occasion. I'm gonna go to Viagra before it falls. Well, I'm not the man I used to be. This sudden lack of manly prowess is killing my self-esteem. Oh, I feel like such a failure with my broke down genitalia. I'm gonna go to Viagra before it falls. I think this is the only song I know of that rhymes failure with genitalia. We'll have to see about that. I know a man who is 96 years old. He poured Viagra in his Jell-O bowl. Now the old women won't leave him alone. He's king of the nursing home. I'm gonna go to Viagra before it falls. Well, I'm not the man I used to be. This sudden lack of manly prowess is killing my self-esteem. Oh, I feel like such a failure with my broke down genitalia. I'm gonna go to Viagra before it falls. Oh, you're Michael's mommy. Okay. I already knew that, I think, but, you know, I'm old. I forget stuff. Okay, so up next here. Let's see. Up next, we've got a. Oh, let's see. I always have 3 beverages, sometimes 4, when I come on, because sometimes I feel the need to have a little whiskey on the side for medicinal purposes, if you know what I mean. But this one's coffee. All right, all right. That's what I like to see. All right, so well, maybe you can laugh through this one too. This one's not as funny as that one, I don't think. Well, B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is 10 and 5, car and a key, sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Well, a couple of frat boys from Abilene drove out all night to see Robert Earl Keen at the K-Pig Swine and Soiree dance. They wore baseball caps and khaki pants. They needed a smoke, so to save a little money, they got one from this hippie that smelled kind of funny. The next thing you know, they were both really hungry and pretty thirsty too. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is 10 and 5, car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Well, they found a store, said their beer was coldest, so he sent in Brad, because he looked the oldest. He got a case of beer in a candy bar, and he walked on over where them registers are, put his fake ID on the countertop. The clerk turned, he looked back up, he said, "Son, I'm not going to call the cops, but I'm going to have to keep this card." The guys both took it pretty hard. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Oh, how happy we would be if we only brought a better fake ID. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Well, they found another hippie named Sleepy John who claimed to be the one from the Robert Earl Keen song. They gave him the cash, he bought him a brew. It's a beautiful night out in Santa Cruz. And they were feeling so good it should have been a crime. The crowd was cool and the band was prime. They got back up to their seats just in time so they could sing with all their friends. Yeah, the road goes on forever and the party never ends. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is 10 and 5, car and a key and an able driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Yeah, B-double-E-double-R-U-N, or beer run. That's probably his most famous song, but he's done a lot of good stuff. Yeah, Todd Snyder. I've seen him a few times. Oh, let's see. I got a John Prine song coming up next. I'm going to do this one, but if anybody wants to hear a different John Prine song than the one I'm playing right now, throw it in the chat, and I'll try to, if I know it, I'll do it in a couple of minutes here. This one's called Iron Ore Betty. Well, I'm going steady with Iron Ore Betty. She's going steady with me. We receive her mail in the same mailbox, watch the same TV. I got rug burns on my elbows, she got them on her knees. Well, I'm going steady with Iron Ore Betty. She's going steady with me. Well, I've been working my brains out. I've been working at the hardware store. I've been trying to put chicken in the window, chase away the wolf from the door. Yeah, Betty been down at the iron ore mine, bringing home energy. Well, I'm going steady with iron ore, Betty, she's going steady with me. Well, I'm going steady with iron ore, Betty, she's going steady with me. We receive her mail in the same mailbox, watch the same TV. I got rug burns on my elbows, she got them on her knees. Well, I'm going steady with iron ore, Betty, she's going steady with me. Well, I'm speaking to her in the English, she been speaking in the English too. Well, we always speak the same language, cause we're always getting through. I met her at a dance at the Union Hall, it was a night with Daddy G. Yeah, I'm going steady with iron ore, Betty, she's going steady with me. Well, I'm going steady with iron ore, Betty, she's going steady with me. We receive her mail in the same mailbox, watch the same TV. I got rug burns on my elbows, she got them on her knees. Well, I'm going steady with iron ore, Betty, she's going steady with me. Well, I'm going steady with iron ore, Betty, she's going steady with me. And rug burns, old Betty. All right. Oh boy, what are we gonna drink next, huh? It's so hard to decide sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna do Jim Infantino song next. It's called Stress. Well, I'm addicted to stress, that's the way that I get things done. If I'm not under pressure, then I sleep too long. Hang around like a bum, I'm going nowhere, and that makes me nervous. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me. Well, I'm trying to cut down on my caffeine consumption, so when I get up, I just have 1 cup of coffee. I like to have another cup of coffee with my breakfast. On my way to work, I like to get a cup of coffee, like the kind of cup of coffee that you get with a donut, except to never have the donut, I just have the cup of coffee. When I get to work, I like to have a cup of coffee, because I like to have a coffee when I'm talking on the phone. If it usually goes cold, I need to get another cup of coffee, so let's have an espresso. Well, when I get back, it's not in the morning anymore, so I have a Diet Cola and another Diet Cola. But then I'm feeling fine, and I'm feeling pretty sharp, and I'm feeling pretty wired, and I'm getting things done. So right about 2, I get this little tiny migraine. Starts behind my eyes, and it moves to the back of my neck, and it moves to the bottom of my spine, but doesn't get there till 5 or 6 o'clock, which is the end of the day, so I'm fine, so I'm fine, so I'm fine. I'm addicted to stress, that's the way that I get things done. If I'm not never stay too long. Hang around like a bum, think I'm going nowhere, and that makes me nervous. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me. Well, I love to work, I love to run, I love to play real hard. I love to steal little things from the grocery store, like a piece of bubble gum, or sometimes I just stick my thumb in the peach and leave it there. I love to water ski, snowboard, jet ski, skydive, parasail, mountain bike, bungee jump. I mean, I love to do these things if I ever had the time. I love to work, I love to work, I love to work, but after work, I love to spend a little time with this woman that I'm seeing, except you never really get a little time to spend together, so we call each other up. We talk about work, but what I think I really love is to get up by myself on a little tiny island in the middle of the ocean with just me and a book and a cellular phone and a personal computer in case something came up. I'd eat and a drink and a run and a sleep, and I wouldn't do nothing except swim all day, except I don't know how to do laps in the ocean. Where are the sharks? Where are the sharks? And there's this kind of anemone that sticks to your foot and the poison goes up to your brain and you die. And sand fleas, yeah. Well, actually, I think it could be real relaxing, just me by myself in the middle of the ocean, and that's what I really love to do more than anything else, except I probably hate it. I'm addicted to stress, that's the way that I get things done. If I'm not under pressure, sleep too long. Think I'm going nowhere and that makes me nervous. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me. Everybody's thinking about me. Everybody's thinking about me. Stress. I don't have any whiskey with me tonight, Tom. It's in the other room. Well, this next song, my being a septuagenarian, this hits pretty darn close to home. A song by Tom Rush. Look at my wallet, my car keys. Well, they can't have gone too far. Just as soon as I find my glasses, I'm sure I'll see right where they are. I'm supposed to meet someone for lunch today, but I don't remember where or who it is that I am meeting. It's in my organizer somewhere. What's that far off, distant ringing? And that strangely familiar tone must be the person I am meeting, calling me on my brand new cordless telephone. Might have left it under the counter, or maybe outside on the lawn. La 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 la. I did that wrong. Wait a minute. I can't do that song wrong. What's that far off distant ringing? And that strangely familiar tone must be the person I am meeting, calling me on my brand new cordless telephone. Might have left it under the covers, or maybe outside on the lawn. I've got just one more ring to go before my answering machine kicks on. Click. Hi, this is Mike, and your call means a lot to me, so leave a message at the tone. And I'll do my best to try to remember to call you back when I get home. Beep. Mike, this is Gwendolyn, and I'm trying not to cry. I've been waiting here for over an hour. I thought you loved me. This is goodbye. Well, the voice sounds familiar, and the name, it rings a bell. Well, let's see now, where was I? Oh well. The Remember song. I forgot one of the verses, but that's okay. Next song, a non-funny song. Go figure. I know some of those too. This next song is by Ronnie Arbo and Daisy Mayhem. Ronnie Arbo wrote this song a long time ago. Most of my stuff is pretty old, but they're really good songs. They age well. Most of them. I've thrown a few away because they didn't age very well, but on the streets of New York City, where the asphalt grates the sun, morning slips in sideways like a cheater on the run. She's out there on the sidewalk, she's kneeling at her toil, pulling weeds for Jesus, her knuckles in the soil. Well, she is no Saint Teresa, she is no paragon. Well, her fingernails are dirty, her old blue jeans are worn. Well, she doesn't talk to strangers, she hardly knows you're there. She doesn't want your money, she doesn't want your prayers. But this is God's dominion, this is peace on earth. This is what she's put her for, this is what she's worth. All the things that matter have slowly slipped away, and she grows the roses. She grows the roses, and she grows the roses all day. She remembers a young woman with hair as fine as gold. She remembers all her lovers. She remembers growing old. She remembers meeting Jesus. She can recall that day. She gave him all her seeds of darkness. He buried them away. But this is God's dominion. This is peace on earth. This is what she's put it for. This is what she's worth. All the things that matter have slowly slipped away, and she grows the roses. She grows the roses, and she grows the roses all day. She coaxes hope from concrete, and she coaxes right from wrong. Yeah, she makes those Spanish ladies break into their Spanish songs. Well, I like the scent of roses and the street lamp's yellow sun as they dream of summer dresses on streets of old San Juan. But this is God's dominion. This is peace on earth. This is what she's praying for. This is what she's worth. All the other things that matter have slowly slipped away, and she grows the roses. She grows the roses, and she grows the roses all day. She grows the roses. She grows the roses. She grows the roses all day. Roses. Let's see. Oh, well, this is a song by Steve Goodman. Also, Michael Smith was in on this one. Michael Smith wrote The Dutchman and Spoon River. So look him up. He was quite a songwriter. This one's a little. Oh, had my legs crossed this whole time. I think they're going to sleep. Hell, getting old. Well, I walk up to the mic and then shake my hips, take a deep breath and put a sneer on my lips. See me on the street, you wouldn't know my name, 'cause imitating Elvis is my claim to fame. So when you see my imitation name and lights, there'll be an imitation good rockin' tonight. Well, I'm an Elvis imitator, just can't stop. Imitating Elvis from the bottom to the top. Imitate the way he talk, the way he smile. Throw away my scarf to make the crowd go wild. This imitation Elvis may not be the king, baby, it's the next best thing. Singing Viva Las Vegas in the GI Blues. Won't you love me tender with my blue suede shoes? Let me be your daddy bear, 'cause you're too much, oh baby, please surrender. I need your touch. So if you're feeling lonely, need a place to dwell, come on down to Imitation Heart Break Hotel, 'cause I'm an Elvis imitator, just can't stop. Imitating Elvis from the bottom to the top. Imitate the way he talk, the way he smile. Throw away my scarf and make the crowd go wild. This imitation Elvis may not be the king, baby, it's the next best thing. Gonna rock, rock, imitation Elvis, gonna rock, rock, imitation Elvis. My gold lemon cape and my sequin suit, pompadour haircut and my high heel boots. Imitating Elvis is the only way that I can make it through my imitation day. You know this rockin' music can't be denied. I was imitating him before he died. Well, I'm an Elvis imitator, just can't stop. Imitating Elvis from the bottom to the top. Imitate the way he talk, the way he smile. Throw away my scarf and make the crowd go wild. This imitation Elvis may not be the king, baby, it's the next best thing. Whoa, 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 baby, it's the next best thing. Jimmy Buffett actually recorded this song, and the first time he recorded it, he was a little embarrassed to record it under his real name, so he recorded it under his pseudonym of Freddie and the Fish Sticks. That's the group name that he used when he was playing at his, I think it was his sister's restaurant in Alabama. He would use the Freddie and the Fish Sticks thing. All the locals knew what it was, but it kept the tourists away. It's a song I wrote. There's another one I wrote on here too. It must be coming up soon. I don't really know what order these things are in, but we'll see. I'm good with it, whatever. Well, I love the Florida Folk Fest, 'cause I really love to play and sing. But jamming around the campfire, my 6-minute novelty Americana cover songs really don't fit in. Now when I join the circle, they shout, play the perfect campfire song. And every time the chorus comes around, everybody sings along. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, one that anyone can play. Well, it won't have weird stops or chords to get in the way. I wanna jam in the circle, I wanna feel like I fit. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, yeah, but this one isn't it. Well, I hang around waiting for, do you have a song to play? Well, there's one about foolish questions. You can hear them every day. There's another song about Copenhagen Coke, and one about a beer run too. The Jehovah's Witness stripper, or the shallow end of the gene pool. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, one that I can play. Well, it won't have weird stops or chords to get in the way. I wanna jam in the circle, I wanna feel like I fit. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, yeah, but this one isn't it. Well, I strap on my guitar to make the campfire rounds. Well, I head for Jerry Mincy's camp to hear those Florida sounds. Well, some guy kicks off a Garth Brooks song, and the Florida boys pack it in. It's the Florida Jam, goddammit, let's go listen to Jubal's Camp. Gonna write the perfect campfire song, one that anyone can play. Well, it won't have weird stops or chords to get in the way. I'm gonna jam in the circle, wanna feel like I fit. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, yeah, this one isn't it. Breaks are always a problem. You know, they make me forget the words. Well, the doc says I've got ADD. Now, hey, look, a bird in my house. All the pickers can take a break now, and the singers can sing along. Well, there's one more chorus to this mess. You start, we're going clockwise. Lead guitar goes right here. Maybe some mandolin. Even some banjo might do. I know, how about some fake kazoo? Gonna write the perfect campfire song, one that anyone can play. Well, it won't have weird stops or chords to get in the way. I wanna jam in the circle, wanna feel like I fit. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, yeah, this one isn't it. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, yeah, this one isn't it. Perfect campfire song. A Mike Hanley composition. And just as I suspected, my other original song that I'm doing tonight popped up right next to that one. It must have sorted by artist name, maybe. I don't know what it did. I didn't pay much attention to the sort, so. So anyway, this was my mom's favorite song that I did, because she's featured in it a little bit in one line. When I was a kid, we played outside, climb up the trees if we want to get high. Didn't play games in front of TV, played in the dirt and the grass and the trees. When I was a kid, we played outside, hop on our bikes and ride. Milkman came to each house on the block, butter and milk with cream on the top. Yeah, you could buy dinner right out on the street when the veggie truck came, and apples were our treat. The ice cream bike came spring through fall. Banana Nose is coming was the neighborhood call. We'd give him our money, he'd give us our order. He'd stop for every kid that had a spare quarter. When I was a kid, we played outside, climb up the trees if we want to get high. Didn't play games in front of TV, played in the dirt and the grass and the trees. When I was a kid, we played outside, hop on our bikes and ride. We had the big yard, so all the kids came. Barefoot boys and girls playing games. Baseball and corkball where the bases were wood. flag and touch football when we had to be good. Tackle was a game when our parents couldn't see. Out of bounds was the sand spur patch in the tree. When I was a kid, we played outside, climb up the trees if we want to get high. We didn't play games in front of TV, played in the dirt and the grass and the trees. When I was a kid, we played outside, hop on our bikes and ride, ride, ride. TV we had was black and white. Shock Armstrong scared us after midnight. Well, we didn't sit around and watch all day. Yeah, Mom would run us off. We all go outside and play. The mosquito truck came by twice a week. The clean white smoke smelled like kerosene. We'd follow on our bikes and breathe in the haze. When we got home, we were all in a daze. We could swim in the rivers. We could swim in the lakes. And the gators didn't bother us much. And neither did the snakes. When I was a kid, we played outside, climb up the trees if we want to get high. Didn't play games in front of TV, played in the dirt and the grass and the trees. When I was a kid, we played outside, hop on our bikes and ride, ride, ride. When I was a kid, we'd ride, ride, ride. All righty. Well, let's see. I don't have any more on my tonight list, but you know what? I'm going to find something and play it. See what I got here. Oh, what haven't I played? Sure. No, I don't want to do that one. Let's see. I know what I'll do. It's a song by the Avett Brothers called Smithsonian. Thanks everybody for joining in tonight. Hope to see you next week. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. I should be here next week. I don't think I have anything planned on Sunday. Because sometimes I just got to get away. So last week, for those of you who don't know, instead of being here, I had to go watch Iris DeMent sing at a nice little venue over in Largo, Florida. Iris DeMent. She was very, very good. Very good. Call the Smithsonian, I made a discovery. Life ain't forever, and lunch isn't free. Loved ones will break your heart with or without you. Turns out we don't get to know everything. Get the young scientists, tell them come quick. I must be the first man who's ever seen this. Lines on my face and my teeth are not white. My eyes do not work and my legs don't move right. Call the Smithsonian, I made a discovery. Life ain't forever and lunch isn't free. Loved ones will break your heart with or without you. Turns out we don't get to know everything. I wonder if Romeo ever got scared, taken but shaken, unprepared. Under the balcony, under the trees, fully unknowing of where this might lead. What if we marry or give up the ghost? Or we abandon those we love most? What if you carry me and lay me down? Once you get used to me being around. Call the Smithsonian, I made a discovery. Life ain't forever, and lunch isn't free. Loved ones will break your heart with or without you. Turns out we don't get to know everything. My bedroom's a doctor's office, my kitchen's a car. My life is a joke, my bathroom's a bar. I go there a lot more than I should. I know I should stop, but it feels too damn good. Call the Smithsonian, I made a discovery. Life ain't forever, and lunch isn't free. Loved ones will break your heart with or without you. Turns out we don't get to know everything. Turns out we don't get to know everything. All right, Avent Brothers song. Thanks, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you here next week. Like I said, bring your friends, bring your neighbors, grab a beer before you come, glass of wine, or water, or tea, or whatever. But come out and see me. All right, I'm out of here for now. Hope you guys have a great week.